All right, so are you ready to dive into some seriously cool tech today?
Always ready for a good tech deep dive.
We're going to take a real close look at this Micromax In Note 1 smartphone.
Okay.
It's been getting some buzz.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, and we found this really in-depth review on RechargeMyTopup.com, and it's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
And the thing that caught our eye is it's like they took all the stuff we love about like the really expensive phones.
Oh, yeah.
And they just like made it affordable.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, so first of all, let's talk about this display.
Okay.
It's 6.67 inches.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge.
It's like having a mini tablet in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be great for videos and games and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Definitely like watching videos on this thing would be amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's got a MediaTek Helio G85 processor.
Okay.
And it's octa-core, so that means like 8 little engines under the hood.
Oh, wow. So it's going to be fast.
Yeah, it's going to be really fast.
Multitasking, all that stuff.
Yeah, everything's just going to run super smooth.
That's awesome.
And now, the thing everyone always asks about is battery life.
Yeah, right. Nobody wants their phone dying all the time.
Exactly. And this thing's got a 5,000 milliamp battery.
Whoa, that's a lot.
That's huge.
So you could, like, watch movies all day.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
And not worry about it.
And if you do need to charge it, it's got fast charging.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can just juice it up real quick.
Convenient.
But it's not just about, like, practicality. It's also about, like, taking amazing pictures and videos.
Right, so what's the camera like?
It's got a quad camera setup.
Oh, wow, okay.
So there are 4 cameras on the back.
Fancy?
The main one is 48 megapixels.
Oh, okay, so you can take some really detailed photos.
Yeah, super sharp photos, even in low light.
Impressive.
And it also has a 5 megapixel ultra wide camera.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can get like those really epic landscape shots.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Or like fit everyone in for a group photo.
Right.
Now here's the really cool part about this phone.
Okay, what is it?
128 gigabytes of internal storage.
Whoa, that's a lot of storage.
That's a ton of storage.
What can you even do with that much?
You can store like a zillion photos, videos, music, apps.
Wow, I mean, that's got to be enough for anybody.
Yeah. And if for some reason it's not enough, you can expand it up to 512 gigabyte.
No way, really?
Yeah, with a microSD card.
Wow. That is a lot. I don't think I've ever even seen a phone with that much storage.
I know, right? It's crazy.
So you can just like download all the apps and games you want?
Pretty much. Yeah. And you know what's really interesting? They actually included a microSD card slot.
Oh, wow. Really? You don't see that too often anymore?
I know, right? A lot of phones are doing away with that.
Yeah, they want you to use their cloud services or whatever.
Exactly. But this phone's like, hey, you do you.
I like that it gives you options.
Yeah. So speaking of options, let's talk about software.
Okay, sure.
The In Note 1 runs on Android 10.
Solid operating system. I like Android 10.
It's really user-friendly and intuitive.
Yeah, definitely. And to make sure all your data stays safe and sound, it's got both a fingerprint sensor and face recognition.
Nice. So you can unlock it quickly.
Yeah, and securely without having to type in a password every time.
That's super convenient.
I know, right? So overall, this phone seems like a pretty amazing deal.
Yeah, it really does. For the price, you get a lot of bang for your buck.
Exactly. Like, it's got everything you could want in a phone.
Big screen, powerful processor, long-lasting battery, impressive camera.
Tons of storage, extra security features. It's like the whole package.
And it's affordable. That's the best part.
Yeah, so let's zoom out for a second and think about what this means, like in the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
What does the existence of a phone like this tell us about the tech world today?
Well, I think it shows that technology is becoming more accessible. You know, features that used to be reserved for like the super expensive phones are now trickling down to more affordable models.
It's like they're saying you don't have to break the bank to have a great phone.
Exactly. And that's a good thing. It makes technology more inclusive. Definitely. So we talked a lot about the hardware, but I'm also curious about the software side of things.
Sure.
We mentioned that it runs on Android 10. Are there any areas where you think the software could be improved?
Well, Android 10 is generally pretty solid, but some users have reported occasional lag or slowdowns, especially when running multiple apps at the same time.
Oh, okay, so it's not perfect.
Nothing's perfect, but it's still a really good operating system, and for the most part, it runs smoothly.
That's good to know. So we've covered the specs, the features, the user experience, the potential impact on the tech market. Now, here's the big question. Could this be the start of a trend?
That's a good question. I think it's possible. You know, the success of phones like this could definitely encourage other manufacturers to focus on delivering high-end features at more affordable prices.
That would be awesome.
It would mean more competition, which is always good for the consumer.
Exactly. So what do you think? Are we on the verge of a budget-friendly tech revolution?
I don't know about a revolution, but there's definitely a shift happening. Consumers are demanding more value for their money, and companies are starting to listen.
Yeah, it really does make you think, like, what else is out there? What's coming next?
Yeah, who knows what kind of crazy tech they'll come up with.
I'm excited to find out.
Me too.
But I think we've covered pretty much everything about the Micromax in Note 1.
I think so, yeah. We talked about all the cool features, the specs, and all that.
And if anyone wants like a deeper dive, they can always check out that review on RechargeMyTopup.com.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great resource for all things tech.
So that brings us to the end of our deep dive for today.
It was a good one.
Remember, knowledge is power.
Always.
And hopefully you learned a thing or two about budget-friendly tech today.
Like you don't have to spend a ton of money to have a great phone.
Exactly. So keep exploring, keep learning, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.